One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Memphis Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Got a man. It's Cross. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run the screen. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. This Memphis offense going to work again on first down. Lewis wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. Memphis getting set to snap it on first and 10. He'll do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country.
And it's on the ground. And he was able to get back on top of it. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Right down the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Got the 1st down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Oh, they're after him. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grab near the sticks. It's Hawkins. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Lewis to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job.
Wide open spaces. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Memphis. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 25.
And listen, when you've got a receiver like this who's so good off the line of scrimmage, you can run a fade route at any point of the field. It's not just down in the red zone. If he's pressed man, let him use his quickness, stab inside, get back to the boundary, and make a play.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the catch on the left. He's loose. Past the 10. Touchdown, Memphis. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice rhythm that time by the play caller because he ran the football on the last play, so this time he decides to go play action just to see if he could get the defense to freeze for a split second, and that's all the target needed. Off the play fake, he's able to work the route, win his one-on-one, makes the catch, and takes it in for a score.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air, it's Sellers. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On third down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, we saw earlier in the game after not getting it on third, going for it on fourth down and having success. So you got to wonder, after that incompletion, are they going to try that again and stay aggressive here on fourth?
They've already converted a fourth down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Gamecocks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun to give, looking for room. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Memphis, 14. South Carolina, 7.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Leaves it with the back. The Tigers pick up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. Running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It'll be third and long. Lewis wants to pass. fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Using the quick game. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sends it back in motion. To the air. It's Sellers. Here's a heat. Fires to the big fella. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Now, Lenoris Sellers was sensational down the stretch last season when the Gamecocks won 6 of 7 games. Sellers threw 18 touchdowns, only 3 picks. What would you like to see from him, David, for the Gamecocks to become a force in the SEC?
It's not running, Reese. Like, we saw the physicality in the big runs throughout the season, especially against Clemson ending the season last year. But to me, it's the passing game. It's the staying on schedule. It's knowing his answers and making the easy play sometimes. Continue to evolve as a passer with that big, strong body. You better look out, college football.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Lewis to throw. They're setting up the screen. didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the tailback. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Going to try to get it himself. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
They'll ride the hot hand. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throws to the wideout. Got it. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Guys, one of the oldest and most spirited rivalries in the FBS is being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is the latest. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it.
Lewis wants to pass.
All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Using his legs to buy some time. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit as he throws. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defenders some credit here. I think, Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up being plugged in.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Just drives it between the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Finds his tight end. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped them pick up that first.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Lewis to throw. Finds his man. It's Cross. Turning on the Jets. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hawkins. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail. And that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
With the run on first and goal. stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll move the tight end. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Touchdown, Memphis. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Caught near the sticks. It's Dingle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Hey, midfield, he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Under fire.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Quick strike complete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, South Carolina! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Memphis wants to move quickly. On fourth down, going to the air. Looking to scramble. Crosses the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Lewis wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Intercepted to stop the threat. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. South Carolina, 28. Memphis, 24.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He's going up top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
The give to the back. Turning it on. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Got it in the middle, it's Harbor. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. The Gamecocks get the first down.
You know, you always talk about risk-reward. Gambling and going for it with the lead on fourth down right there and getting it, the reward could be winning the game. That was an unbelievable play. And how about this coaching staff putting their faith in their players to come up with the execution and make it happen?
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards in his block that you can really depend on, hangs onto the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch. You want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there.
There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Starting to feel a little pressure. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Well, two things you're thinking about here offensively is, one, you want to take as much time off the clock. But two, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a two-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They're going to run it. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
This defense impresses me. When they're in short yardage situations or when they're in goal line situations, they just seem to play tougher. They just seem to play better. They've got guys that get after the football. And now they're setting up fourth down.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. Scores on the sneak. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a two-possession lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Lewis to throw. Pressure coming. Quarterback got it himself. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from from the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tiger!
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run play action. Flips it out in the flat. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. Snagged in the middle, it's Harbert. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present